Hello, it is I, Dr. Brian Lorgon 111, and welcome to a new Bug Fables challenge. I enjoyed this game so much playing through it the first time, and yet at the same time, especially in the first, 20 episodes, there were a lot of things that I did wrong because I just didn't understand all the details of the combat system. And so I'd like to go back and do it better. And also, it turns out that there is a randomizer built into the game. So if you do a new quest and you say mystery with the question mark as the file name, it will randomize all of the medals, or almost all of the medals, which I'll explain in a little bit. So if I say mystery question mark, where's the question mark? It's over here. And confirm that. It makes a weird noise. And so I'm going to call this Rando, because basically the locations of all the medals will get shuffled. The ones that are purchasable will all, and the ones that are found in the world will all just have question marks on them and have the same cost in shops, and so you never know what you're going to get. There's a couple of medals that are not shuffled. Oh, and a seed. I feel like I should do seed 111, but I want to be double lucky, so I'm going to do 111, 111. Alright. That sounds like fun. And we've already seen the story. I enjoyed the story, but there's just going to be lots of text dialogue, and so I think I'm either just going to cut past a lot of the dialogue scenes or fast forward through them. Yeah, and we'll talk about more when I come back after I get through all the stuff at the beginning. Alright, so we did the little fight with Maki and formed a team. We're going to get our Explorer's Permit. Yeah, I know all about the Snakemouth Edition. And so I mentioned that all the medals are randomized. One that is not randomized and one that I intend to use again is the Hardmode medal. And so there's two medals that aren't randomized. One is the hard mode, so that you can pick it up right here at the beginning. And so this will give me hard mode again. And I'm just going to quickly get through all the text. There is the hard mode medal. And we'll go ahead and immediately equip it. But yeah, that means when we defeat bosses and mini-bosses, we're going to just get random medals. Alright, so let's equip hard mode. And yeah, I guess we can kind of get started. There's going to be a little bit more text here where it's going to teach us about the save system, and I'm just going to go through this. I did go ahead and map on my controller a button that just automatically presses the A button 5 times a second so that I can get through this text without breaking my fingers. Alright. And yeah, I don't think there's anybody else that we need to go talk to or anything, so I think basically we can start heading to Snakemouth Den. What does this guy say? He's gonna verify our Explorer Permit, right? And let us through. Alright, I think that is the only way that we can go right now anyway. So let's get into some fights. And yeah, start kind of playing optimally. Alright, so V can take out a seedling on her own, because she'll do 3 the first round, 2 the second round. Not going to bother spying the easy enemies, because I know that seedlings have 5 hit points, for example. Oh, and I should mention, what is my goal for this? I think my goal is going to be to complete all of the quests and defeat the final boss. There are a bunch of side thingies, things like cooking up all the recipes that just, it's tedious and it's not interesting to me. So just like in my normal playthrough I did 100% things, I don't want 100% things in this one, although I do think there are some quests that I didn't finish in the previous playthrough, and so we'll probably do a couple more quests in this one, because I think doing all the quests is going to be my main goal. But yeah, depending upon what medals we get at different stages of the game, I think the fact that they're randomized will force me to kind of mix up my medal strategy more than I did in the original game. Like, I was able to just kind of level up and start pouring everything into kind of like V-focused build with like lots of hurricane tosses and things. Whereas I might need to do poison builds or other kind of crazy builds in this random metals kind of thing that's going on. So I think that'll be interesting. Kabu actually gets to fight this time, because V's second turn is going to be to knock this guy out of the sky, and now I actually have to block. So let's get ready. Hey, awesome block. Very good for me. Alright, we're right at the start. Seedlings are not really much of a threat. And I don't think the quest board is available to us yet, and so this is all just a matter of getting through Snakemouth Den at the beginning. I guess to and through Snakemouth Den at the beginning. Yeah, let's see. Are there other things to talk about? Yeah, I don't know that there is at the beginning. I think a lot of the very beginning of the game is going to be super straightforward. But I still think it's fun to kind of go through these battles when I know what's going on. Ouch. And I will still make mistakes like that, and so that's a fun reason to have you along as well. Because yeah, unless some of these guys start dropping like some crunchy leaves and things... Oh, an aphid egg, great. Do I want to just use it right now? Because V's down on hit points. But I might be able to level up before she dies. So maybe I don't need to use it just yet. Let's go talk to Chuck over here for the first time. And by talk, I mean advance through the dialogue. But he needs this place cut open so he can get over there. And so Kabu is going to demonstrate that he can tear down these things. Chuck is going to be happy and set up camp. And can I actually use Chuck as a free place to sleep already now? No, I have to get him the hearty breakfast cooked back in town, which I don't think I can do until later in the game, actually. So I can't use Chuck as a resting spot just yet. Oh, right, there's going to be a save point coming up. I forgot about that. That's going to heal me fully. And so I'll be able to do some good stuff there then. Alright, so I won't worry too much about the fact that I am getting a little bit close to death. I don't know. At the beginning of the game, you're always close to death, right? And I do think it is still the case that I want to get a good bit of TP in some of my first few level ups, unless we discover like a really good metal. I've already got 5 metal points though that I could spend, so we'd have to have like 2 really good metals before I'd really feel like I was gonna need more metal points. So yeah, I don't know. The fact again that the metals are gonna be randomized is gonna make this pretty dynamic, I think, in terms of how the playthrough will evolve. And I can't even remember where the first metal is. There's Snakemouth Den. Alright. We'll go through some quick dialogue. Get our first entry in the logbook, perhaps. I think some of these might contain items is the reason that I'm choosing to chop these all down. I do see the crystal berry over there. So we'll grab it. First one is very easy to find, so that you can learn about them. And then might as well save and heal up, so now I don't have to worry about V being low. And then we'll probably be able to rank up inside Snakemouth Den, based on how the fights have been going. This is where we learn that Kabu can tattle or spy on a room by pressing a button. Alright, and Anichis is actually one of the harder enemies here at the start. Kabu is going to need to flip it at the beginning to get rid of its defense, and then V can wail on it. Terrific. And yeah, another like 2 or 3 battles and we'll probably be able to get a level up, which is great. I can't remember, is there anything I can get from over here? Yeah, V could already go ahead and grab that mushroom. And we have inventory space for now, although our inventory might fill up because there is an awful lot of stuff that gets dropped as kind of like free items in the first area, and so I should feel free to spend some items when they're necessary. That's where V tries to hit the switch and accidentally breaks the rope instead, which happens to perfectly drop the bridge anyway, making her the reliable teammate. I know a lot of the dialogue and things that are going on in this game because I've watched, since I've played it, I've watched a bunch of other people play it because I enjoy the game. And yeah, so I feel like I know the story pretty well, and so as I'm advancing through the dialogue, I can kind of do a little bit of reminder when it's not stuff that I'm just going to completely edit out. So that, I don't know, for people who just want to kind of keep up with that aspect of things and know what's going on. But recall that deeper in Snakemouth Den is where we're finally going to rescue Leaf and get Leaf into the party. Looks like I'm getting close to level up. And there's some text back here that tells me something that I don't need to read, I'm sure. So let's not bother. Let's instead fight more monsters, because I definitely want to level up. If I don't get good medals, like, it's definitely possible that we're going to be kind of, like, cripplingly behind at some stages in the early stage of the game. So I need to be kind of ready for that contingency. And so staying reasonably leveled to over-leveled is probably a good way to deal with that, I think. But it's pretty easy to level up when you know how to fight all the enemies here in Snakemouth Den. So there's our first level up. Rank up, whatever it's called. And like I said, I'm going to choose TP right at the beginning, because having extra skills, Secret Stash, will be able to do some healing in battle. V has Tornado Toss, which is definitely going to be valuable. And I guess, do I have to go up here for something? Yeah, I have to knock something down, right? Yeah, this thing, right. Boing! And then Kabu's gonna knock it onto the switch. And then there's another one over here that Kabu can knock on the switch. Alright, and that's gonna drop a mushroom from the ceiling, but not open the doors yet. The doors will eventually open, but only after we've fallen through the hole and don't realize the importance of it. And then we won't come back again for a few chapters to actually see what's through the door. Alright, so trapdoor falls. V briefly realizes she can fly away, but that she ought to help Kabu. And it's interesting also, the first time you come down here, there's not a mushroom to jump back up. But when we come back here later in the game, which we can't do until Kabu gets his digging ability, I think, actually, to go under the fence to get back into Snakemouth. There's the door opening that our characters never saw, but we as the player, the audience, do get to see. But yeah, there's not a mushroom to bounce back up out of here, but later in the game there is, so that it becomes two-way traversable. Because the only way out of here, the first time through the game, is we defeat the spider and then the flood washes us back out, somewhere back outside. And I don't remember if there's anything hidden in any of these dark corners right here at the beginning, so I just want to walk around and see if there's like a crystal berry or a mushroom or something else hiding over here, but it doesn't seem like there is. And just out of curiosity, how many items do we currently have in our inventory? 6 of 10, so I can still obtain some more items. Alright, but here is Leaf. Alright, yeah, sleeping. He's still alive. We gotta rescue him, but oh no, it's a big spider. And V gets scared, and she decides she's gonna cheese it. Kabu's not all that happy about it. But noble Kabu, especially with his backstory of having lost his friends that he wasn't able to defend before, obviously is gonna stay here and try to save Leaf. But of course, in the cutscene, it turns out that Kabu is completely ineffective. Has no chance against the spider. But fortunately, it's just a cutscene battle and not a real battle. Oh no, if only V were here. Must I do nothing? So that's possibly tutorializing the fact that you can do nothing during a battle. But then after the cutscene, V comes back to the rescue at the last moment. Because she's the reliable teammate. Kabu's gonna scold her later. Alright, let's attack the web and rescue Leaf and then cheese it. Is what's going on here. So that's the plan. Attack the web. Let's do it. And I think I just have to do a certain amount of damage, and so it's better to like tornado toss to deal more damage to the web and get this to happen faster. Oops, I blocked too early. Kabu got poisoned and took a bit of damage. It's not a big problem. There's going to be frequent save and heal points in the early game. They kind of disappear into Chapter 2. But here in Chapter 1, the game is very friendly with such things. Alright. Let's grab the Leaf and get out of here. And escape into a tiny area where the spider is unable to follow us. Fantabulous. Alright, and now we're going to have some talking with Leaf as he wakes up. And he won't be an ice mage in our party just yet, because he's just a scout and doesn't know how to fight, and it's not until a little bit later on that he discovers some of his abilities. So yeah, we're getting him up to speed, but we get kind of, I guess it's kind of Leaf's theme. That's kind of a little bit, I don't know, pensive music as he's trying to figure out his own past. Alright, but we get control. Save and heal up. And now Leaf is in the party, even if he's not going to be part of the fights just yet. There's lots of text here that we can skip readings. That'll make things go faster. I've learned a lot about cordyceps and various funguses that can inhabit various insects, and so this zombie ant actually looks pretty much like a real zombie ant in real life. I didn't realize just how true to our world this game is with a lot of the bugs that are in it and behaviors and different things. And so it's been kind of fun for me to learn a bit more about that kind of stuff as a result of playing this game. But in any case, zombie ants are totally a thing. And yeah, like a fungus inhabits them and takes over their brain and grows out of their head like it's grown out of their head like that, and it's pretty cool for those who enjoy such things. So I think there might be a medal over here is the reason I'm coming over here. Also, I just want to fight the guys for experience. But it seems to me there's something over in the back. Maybe it's a crystal berry too. Ooh, we are not going to have first strike, and this is actually a difficult... This could turn bad for me. Okay, we got some good blocks. I definitely need to... Let's just go... right, you don't have heavy strike yet. I was going to say go all out on TP. But I guess we'll be doing that with V. So let's do a tornado toss to knock one of these guys out of the park. And then if I block successfully, then V will still be alive and I'll be able to take the other one out. And then I can always go back to the save point to heal, I suppose. Because I think that's the last enemy over in the left-hand branch over here, if I'm remembering correctly. And we still have a long way before we're going to rank up, so I'll definitely need the... I could consume some of my items too. How many items am I up to? I did just go through some TP, but I have 7 of 10 items. I'm never going to use all of it, so let's go ahead and just use a Leaf on V, and then she could probably just continue like now, because we're going to pick up some more items. There's a crystal berry. Okay, that's the thing that was over here that I couldn't remember. And so let's actually not go back to the save just yet. In the next room, there's definitely a medal. In this room, I can't remember on the right-hand side if there's going to be a medal or not. But we're going to have to hit something over here that adds a pillar for us to walk on. And that was kind of fortunate that I hit him there. I didn't actually mean to. But let's do that. And then with first attack, I think I should be able to take this guy out, no problem. Because now V has 2 attacks and can deal enough damage. Oh, even 1. Alright, that guy doesn't have a lot of hit points. He just has a bit of defense and a strangely powerful attack. There's another crunchy leaf, so we already made back the leaf that we ate. Getting berries is going to be good too. One of the things that's going to be difficult in this playthrough, the way you earn interest in the bank is based on the amount of time in the game. Every half hour you earn some interest. Because I'm going to be playing through much faster, I won't be able to earn as much interest money in the bank as a result. And I did earn and spend a lot of money in my previous playthrough, so that's another thing that's going to make this playthrough more difficult. And so that's something I'm aware of. I haven't really, I don't know, thought about anything in particular to kind of compensate for it. So we'll just kind of see how it goes. Alright, Via's taking a bunch of damage again. But we're still in pretty good shape, and I could always consume another item if I need to. So I may end up doing that. But in the next room is where we're finally going to get a first medal. And so it's probably going to be kind of a nothing. Oh, no, there's a medal right here. Okay, so here's what medals look like when they're out in the world. They just have a question mark, so you don't know what it is until you get it. Meditation. Do nothing, restores 1 TP. Alright, since we might as well put it on. Right now I think Kabu is more likely to do nothing, since I usually have V at the front of the party. And also V could hit flying enemies when Kabu couldn't. I think it's unlikely that we're actually going to do nothing at any stage of the game, but here we are. Aha! And now this is where we get surprised by a fungi, and Leaf all of a sudden reacts with ice magic. And he's never used it before. But now he can fight. Okay, so now he's part of our fighting party, and talks about turn relays, which is extremely useful, and I did not use it very well in the early section of the game. And Leaf, of course, also knows Icefall, which is a super great skill, especially against enemies who are weak to ice, plants, and fungi. These guys are fungi, so let's do some of that, because they're such fun guys. And then I'm going to leave this guy frozen, and so since I do have an extra turn... Actually, I was going to spy him, but I don't really need to spy him, so I'm going to do nothing just to get the extra TP. Aha! Take that! And then we'll be able to finish these guys off with any 2 turns. Alright, very good. Alright, so we got a meditation medal, and we actually already use it for 1 extra TP. Talking about ice magic. Great. And in this room, I think it's telling me some more stuff about just game mechanics. There's a lot of useful information in game mechanics that it's kind of hard to absorb all of it when you're first just going through here. And now we're learning about the fact that Leaf can freeze ice, or water into ice. And we're going to use that obviously in a bunch of platforming. When there are long platforming sections, I think I may end up fast-forwarding through those sections, because the platforming itself, you've already seen me do once, and is not that interesting and is sometimes tedious. Yes, these are my various plans. Alright, and somehow V is back up to 7 health. I'm not sure exactly how that happened, but I'm not upset about it. Don't think you quite have enough to kill this guy. So I need to be ready for an attack, which I will block so we don't get poisoned. Yeah, the platforming, I'll probably, either fast forward or edit it out, depending upon how long it is. Is there something in here that I need to see? I guess there's just this thing that I can break. Oh, which had a bunch of berries, so that was totally worth it. And then, right, we don't need to do the water until here. And there's a honey drop over there for extra TP, so I definitely want that. So let's go over there really quick. And grab a free honey drop. Assuming I can press the button. I did it! I pressed a button. They said it wasn't possible, and I proved them wrong. And then I think I can just jump from here to here. Yeah, some of this platforming, even the early platforming, is a little fidgety in my opinion. Okay, and now there's 2 branches. But there's a full heal, and both branches partially open and unlock the door that's over here. And yeah, I was thinking the room, I guess it's through that door is where the next metal pickup is. I was thinking we were getting there already, but we're not there yet. Oh! And I screwed up. I think that's relatively unlikely to happen very often, like me screwing up the input commands, because I'm sufficiently familiar with them. However, some of these enemies that I have not fought all that often, I'll rarely get awesome blocks because I'm just not good at getting, it's not frame perfect. There actually is another, like I typed in mystery at the beginning to do the randomizer. There's frame 1 that you can type in that makes it frame perfect for doing the super block awesome blocks, I think. It's not frame perfect, like there's a few frames where you can get an awesome block. Oh, I'm picking up too much. Let's drop an aphid egg and let's use something. Kabu is down, and so let's use an aphid egg on him. And then we'll go pick it back up. Okay, so I've got plenty of stuff in my inventory. Don't be afraid to use it. Oh, there's another medal in here. I did not remember that. That's super awesome. What do we get? Weak stomach. Ooh, that could be useful for poison builds at some point. I don't want anyone to wear it right now because I don't have any advantageous aspects of being poisoned. But that could definitely come into play in the future. I should have jumped on that first. Oh, there's a bug in my room. Oh, and I got him. Nice. Oh. I hit him and he landed on the desk, but then he flew off, so I guess I only stunned him. It was just a little fly. It's not a big deal. Alright. Don't remember all... Okay, I didn't need to hit that again. Don't remember all the platforming here. I don't think it's very long, and I think we're about to encounter more enemies. Yeah. So let's fight the enemies. Because I do want the experience. Kabu needs to flip this guy first. Then V can finish him off the first. And then V can knock this guy down. And then Leaf won't quite be able to finish him off, but that's fine. He'll be down to like 1 hit point. And I'll awesome block it. And then he's gonna go down. And how close are we to doing another rank up? We're getting pretty close. 2 more battles will probably do it. I learned more about how experience works. I think basically every time you level up, the amount of experience you get from enemies goes down by like a factor of like 2.5 or something. And so it's not easy to do unless you know like all the enemy experience values perfectly. But if you can somehow arrange... hold on, I need to think about this for a moment. Yeah, this will be imperfect, but it's fine. If you can arrange to be like just below level up and then get into a big fight, since you're still at the previous rank, you'll get a bunch of experience from it, and the overflow experience after you level up like goes into the next level. I didn't manage to hit the guy in the back for anything, that's a shame. And so it's kind of like the optimal level up procedure. If you really wanted to do things that way, but I don't know the experience points that enemies get well enough to try to do that. So yeah, we're just gonna hope that the next battle is a big one, so that we get a bunch of experience while we're still at this low level rank. And let's see. If I can grab that mushroom, I could use a mushroom. The egg, yeah, let's just use a mushroom on you. And then try to grab it. Okay, got it. Oh, magic seed. I definitely want that, and so I would be willing to drop one of my 18 leaves. And actually, leaf is down a tiny bit. It's not going to matter. But let's go ahead and have leaf eat a leaf. And then pick this one up. Yeah, so tons and tons of items given out pretty freely here in the opening areas. And I haven't figured out how I'm gonna like cut episodes for this either. But yeah, I'll probably aim for, I don't know, like on the order of 40 minutes, kind of similar to how I did previously. I think sounds reasonable. So, but yeah, there'll possibly be just kind of like logical places to try to cut a video as well. Okay, I'm pretty sure that we're about to rank up, so I might as well ice fall this guy. Should have hurricaned him as well, but I didn't think of it till just now. But this will be our first rank up with Leaf in the party. Yeah, we didn't get that much overflow experience, so it could have been better. Maybe going left is better than going right at the choice point. And we're still not overflowing with good metals, and so I'm still going to go after extra TP, because Icefall is going to be super duper useful here in the early game. And once again, there's another crunchy leaf that... Ah! Cut it out! No, I want the magic seed! That I just want to drop. Ah, so much effort. And that, I guess I do need to turn. And then we have some platforming here, but it's only a tiny bit. So I don't know that I have to. No, I'll fast forward through this. Yeah, because I don't know that those pure platforming sections are all that interesting to watch. Surprise attack. Okay, fortunately, they didn't get the jump on me. We did just rank up. And I do have more TP to spend now if I want it. Yeah, I'm gonna try to Icefall. And just see if possibly I can freeze the guy in the back at least. I got the guy in the front as well. Yeah, let's have fun with this. Since I've got to do nothing actually earning me some TP, let's have Kabu do nothing. And I think the guy in the front is almost dead, so I'm gonna have V attack the guy in the back. Since she's in the front and does a little bit of extra damage. Kabu can finish this guy off. And then I don't think you'll be able to finish this guy off. But that's fine. Oh, you did. Even better. Right, because he got hit by the Icefall before and I forgot about it already. There's another crazy leaf that I don't need to eat at all. So let's just throw out another leaf. And this is one of the two halves of opening the door. Alright, with a little bit of dialogue. And... could we get to the other half of the door? I'm trying to think of what's on the left-hand side. Getting the two halves could be a good place to try to split an episode, I can imagine. Yes, I think I'll go for that. Alright, so. Oh, I forgot that you were here, and I think there's a crystal berry hiding in the back. Yeah, I just saw a glimmer of it in the corner. I definitely want to get all the crystal berries that I can. Because obviously they're going to be used to purchase metals, and the metals are going to be super important, and blah 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 blah. Alright, I think I might be able to kill both of these guys. Because they were weak to ice in the first place, and we dealt some extra damage as we broke them out of the ice. Yeah, so they never even got a chance to attack me. I did spend some TP, but that's fine. Quick battles are good, and I can actually just go ahead and use a honey drop to get some TP back, and then pick up the honey drop again. How nice is that? Correct answer is very nice. Other than the crystal berry, is there anything else hiding back here? Just in case there is, let me walk around this side. Oh, mushroom. Guess a mushroom's better than an aphid egg. And then it can also get rid of a status effect. We will need some eggs for like the hearty breakfast and some leaf omelets eventually. So it's good to have some of them in my inventory. Okay, this appears to be another platforming section, so I'll fast forward. Although there's a battle here. Yeah, I'll keep you around for all the battles, even though at this point many of them are going to be relatively trivial. And I think a leaf should go next because if he kills this guy, which I can't remember if he's going to, then I want Kabu to flip this guy to be able to do some damage through his armor. And now it's block. And then once again, Kabu should do this, and then V can finish him off. Okay, but then I'm going to fast forward through the leaf ice platforming. Alright, that platforming section is done. We get to another battle. There's actually a fair number of enemies here, so I think it does make sense to use another ice fall. We'll go ahead and kill one of these guys. And then do some freezing, if we can, so that we take less damage. Hiya! Ah, I didn't manage to get either of them. Alright. Anichas. Can you freeze if you don't deal damage? I hadn't really thought about that. That might have been a completely wasted turn, because it might have been impossible to freeze in that situation. I'm not actually sure. Alright, but we'll get by. I guess I'm not going to kill this guy in this round anyway, so turn relaying to Kabu there was probably a little bit of a waste of menuing input time. V goes down, but it's not a big deal. She'll be back up again at the start of the next combat, and at some point we're going to rank up or something. I'm not too worried about it. Although I guess it did actually matter that Kabu got the other point of whatever. Okay, so why don't you eat a leaf, since I've got so many of them. Crunchy leaf goes to V. There we go. And let's see, what's happening here? Looks like more platforming, so I'll meet you guys in a moment. Alright, here's some more combat. A weakened V. It's no problem. She's hardly going to take any damage. That's assuming she even gets attacked. Perhaps someone else will be the focus of this ant's attack. We will find out in just a moment. Who are you going after? It's V. But I blocked. Yeah, now we can just finish you off. And where am I in terms of ranking up? I think I still have like another 40 points or something before I'm gonna get another rank up. Oh yeah, I've got another 60 actually. So that's not happening anytime soon. The Danger Shroom might be useful. I'm going to... well, I should eat a leaf is what I should do. So let's have V eat a leaf, and then we can pick this one back up. Okay, great. So yeah, once again, tons of items is good for us. And... am I missing a better way to do this than this? This feels inefficient. But it works. Alright, it doesn't seem like there's too much platforming here, so I don't feel too guilty about making you sit through it. Alright, so where do we end up over here? We open up the other side of the door. Alright, great. So that was pretty much my goal for what I wanted to achieve this episode. Okay, so at the beginning of the next episode, I'm pretty sure the next room through this door does have another medal inside of it. And so it'll be interesting to see what it is. I don't remember how many medals there are in this game. There's a lot. And so it's really going to be extremely random, especially at the beginning, exactly what we get. and how it's going to affect how the playthrough is going to go, so look forward to it. I hope, as always, that you guys are having a great day, and I will see you again soon with more Bug Fables Randomizer. For now, bye-bye.